Dear brothers and sisters of planet Earth, I am Ashtar Sheran. It's always great to have a channel to communicate. Having a voice so that our thoughts and words are heard. Unfortunately, not everyone accepts this type of event. There is still a large majority who are not ready to accept this type of communication. He thinks it's impossible and that all this is a big mistake, a big blasphemy. However, all of us, each one of us, who can have a way of communicating with the inhabitants of the planet, is very happy. Because we know that those who listen to us, those who believe in us, are always eager for some message. The message I leave here today is a message of a lot of light, of a lot of energy. As has been said, by all of us who have come here, this is a time for a lot of prayer, a time for a lot of internal preparation, for all the truths that will come. Not just the truths external to you, but mainly the internal truths, those that you still refuse to see. The light is becoming more and more intense. Seen energetically from the outside, your planet today is a big ball of white light. There is no longer any trace of darkness on this planet that can be seen from afar. Yes, there are still small outbreaks, but nothing that could further compromise the ascension of this planet. The work is almost finished, but don't think that when we finish the entire process, we will leave, we will abandon the planet. Quite the contrary, we will have to keep our armed forces very well prepared, because the attempts at recovery will never cease. Those who are being expelled from this planet will not remain silent, they will not accept with an open heart what is being imposed on them, as they believe they have ownership of this planet. We know what's coming up ahead, but I want to leave the certainty here, to each one of you, that nothing will happen to you. We will not be caught by surprise, and much less, we will not be able to confront them. We certainly will. The idea here is that each of you simply be a little emanator of light. Little because we are referring to your size in relation to the planet, so yes, in relation to the planet you are little. However, the light has no size, the light is the light. And if it shines in each dot, several dots added together create a great wave of light. All the light emanated is emanated in waves, it does not stay still in you. There is no such thing as this type of phenomenon, in which the light simply enters you and you simply absorb all this light. Especially because your physical bodies would not be able to handle it. So, walking on the planet itself causes the light that you receive to be dissipated through it, so that you can remain balanced and alive. It is a very intense light, so realize that you continue working even without knowing it. The light arrives, penetrates your bodies, does its work and takes away, through your feet, everything it can carry, everything that is easy and allowed to be carried. No, think that the lessons are included in this package. Each one still has lessons to learn, lessons to be lived, and this, the light cannot do anything, because it is the ascension of the soul, it is the cleansing of the soul, it's that necessary internal cleaning. But realize that even as little ones, as I mentioned, you are doing your part. Everyone who identifies the light, who knows that the light is coming, is penetrating their body, has given authorization to do so, and the light enters and goes to Gaia. So you are maintaining a continuous process of enlightenment. And this process speeds up everything in your bodies and in the lessons themselves. There was a time when each lesson to be learned could take several incarnations. Not today, the lessons are there to be lived and learned quickly. There is no time to wait for a next incarnation, especially because you will ascend, and it will depend on each one's will, when you will reincarnate. So do not be afraid of everything that will come from within each one of you. Never forget that everything the light does is perfect, that everything the light does is for evolution. So don't hold back, don't be afraid to live what will come. Many are not understanding when we are saying this. How to recognize the lessons that will come. You will know, these will be points where you will have to stop and think about it. It's you discovering that you're not doing so well on the path you chose. Many will still have to find the correct path. Many are still on those shortcuts in life that do nothing to benefit the soul. And they will have to recognize this, they will have to find the right path again, the soul path to evolution. Then changes will happen, and I say more, even if you don't want to live them, they won't go away. There is no longer a need to put the lesson in a box, because it will not come back. Once exposed, the lesson will stay there until you learn it. There is no more time to hide and wait ahead. But every minute, it will become more uncomfortable, so you can effectively stop and treat the problem. This is how you will live from now on. There is no longer any way to refuse to learn or live the lessons, because they will be there in front of you and you will not be able to simply take them and put them behind. We are all very committed to helping each of you. It doesn't matter who you call, it doesn't matter who you believe in, who you trust, just seek help, because you won't be able to do it alone. Often even to understand the problem. He will be jumping in front of you, but you will not be able to understand what is being presented. And we are here, always ready to help you, any of us. If you notice, we are all saying the same thing, this is a time for reflection and internalization. Because it is the moment of final cleaning of what you, a little further back, were not yet ready to see. So now, the great final process begins. The great process of vision, of sensation, of knowing the not so pretty things that you have done, that your souls have done. But pay close attention, this is not happening to throw your mistakes in front of you and show. Look who you were. This is not the objective, there is no judgment on our part. If there were, we wouldn't be here, insisting that you deal with all of this. And our intention, it's exactly the opposite, is that you start to sort through all of this inside and be able to effectively cleanse all of those feelings that weren't so good on your soul journeys. Do not be afraid. Fear is the worst advisor right now. Never feel afraid, trust that we are beside each one of you. Seek our help, that's why we're here too. We have the ability to fulfill our missions and help you. Don't worry about this. Start learning. Do intense non-judgmental work. This is the great moment, non-judgment. Don't condemn, don't criticize, don't judge, neither yourself nor others. The moment is real, the moment is to see everything that actually happened to you. It will not be an easy process, because in addition to external truths, you will have to deal with internal truths, and this is what we are referring to, and it will not be easy. Much has already been said about this. Do not doubt that each one of us, in this large group that is involved in the ascension of this planet, can help you. Only all of us can help you. So, once again, this is not the time to ask for outside help. External, I'm referring to another human being. The time is to ask for internal help, from the beings of light that you believe in. Take this lead, ask all of us, any of us, to start showing you what you actually need to resolve. Don't wait for it to happen, start, take the first step. Because only then will you begin to exercise unconditional love towards yourself and then towards others. Don't judge yourselves. Always understand, this awareness that you are having today, you never had. So how do you know that that act would have so many consequences? Did you know? No, they didn't know. So there is no reason to judge, there is no reason to accuse the other. Ask to see the truth and it will be shown. And you will begin to walk the path of final cleansing. The one where you will effectively make your bodies, not just the physical, but all external bodies, clean, and I could even say perfect. This is the feeling. None of you will be able to reach the fifth dimension without having resolved all your problems, everyone has to get there clean. And certainly the light of the fifth dimension, the frequency of the fifth dimension, will know how to discern exactly who is ready and who is not, and most importantly, who never will be. Count on us. We are here to help you all the time, no matter who you turn to. We are bringing messages of hope, of help, so that you believe that we all have the same commitment, to help each of you with whatever you need. Just don't ask us to free you from the lessons, because we can't do that. What we can do is guide them, how to resolve them, we can do that. So start doing this exercise. Ask your own teachers to start putting in front of you what needs to be seen, what needs to be forgiven, what needs to be asked for forgiveness. Don't be afraid, don't be ashamed. This is the time for everything to come out, it is the time for you to face, not only the external truths, but mainly, the truths of your soul.